Hey everybody. So today's video, I just wanted to jump on and you know what? I don't even like starting like that. It's ridiculous. It's always stuck in my head. Always wanted to just jump on. Anyways, I was watching some motivational stuff this morning and it was about setting goals and how we set our goals too high that we look at them as if it's in the top of like a really big staircase that we have to suddenly climb, and then it gets a bit bigger in our head to achieve than what we first think. Hey everybody, if you guys are just jumping on, can you please hashtag live, hashtag replay, let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me, and if everything is good on your end. Thank you, I'd appreciate that. Yeah, so I was watching a lot of stuff, and what kept coming up was that we as people, as entrepreneurs, as business people, just in general, like when you're setting goals in life, we tend to set the bar where we not too high at all. It's not what I'm saying, but we set it to a point where like afterwards we're like, okay, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be this. All of these things are achievable. I 100% believe that. But I feel that we as people set it to that point and we're all excited about it. We're all in we're all in the momentum of achieving these goals, and we're in this momentum of getting to the top. And then after pursuing it, like for a couple of weeks or for a month or two, thank you, I like them too, Lauren. We get to the point where the goal seems to be so far away that the work that we're doing is not going to get us to that point, or if it is, it's not going to happen for like 5 or 10 years. And then people start thinking that is so far away. That goal is so far away and so unachievable. I want it right now. I want to be a millionaire today. And if you're not vibrationally at that space, of course, it's not going to happen. But I find that for me, like I set my goals high. I know that I'm going to achieve them. I know that I'm going to get there. But instead of thinking like, oh shit, this goal is now unachievable, I actually break it down into smaller goals throughout the process, right? So my goal for myself in my business is to reach a certain number of like sales, or reach a level, or reach whatever it is, right? At the top or the highest that I can go in just say 5 years. And so retraining my mind and retraining my mindset to look at these things, I would think like, oh fuck, like 5 years is so far away. 5 years is, like there's a lot that I can do, but there's a lot like, oh, I'll work on that goal like next week or something, or I'll do the work tomorrow that'll get me there. But really, like if you break it down, if your goal in 5 years is to be bringing in, say, $500,000 or $1 million a year in 5 years, building your business, then what do you need to do in those steps yearly to be achieving that, right? And so you break it down smaller. You break it down to what can I be doing and what landmarks can I be hitting every year that will bring me closer to these goals? Does it mean that I've got to be, doing X, Y, and Z that will get me there? Like, what do I need to do that's going to, throughout this year, that I can achieve? And then if you break it down from a year to like 6 months, what in 6 months can I achieve for myself? If I'm going to be here in 6 months, what do I need to do in the 6 months to get there? And then break it down to 3 months. Okay, if I'm going to be there in 6 months, what do I need to achieve in 3 months? And then if you continuously do that, if you're like, okay, I've got 3 months, I'm going to be at this space, and then in another 3 months, I'm going to be there, then I've hit my 6 month mark. And then I'm going to go from my 6 month mark to my next 6 month mark, and that'll break down 1 year. And then I'll repeat that, and I'll keep doing that. And then that way you are turning these, this massive goal, which is 100% achievable, 100% no matter how far away it is, or like how big this goal is, it doesn't matter. Everything is achievable, and it's achievable with like a great plan and great steps that will help you get there. So it's just turning these goals, these big dreams, into small achievable goals and steps every day that will take you closer to these life-changing goals that we're all trying to create for ourselves. So if you are at a certain, say, position in your business and you want to take it to like X, right? So then to get to X, you've got to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So, right? So then like if you want to get to Z, you've got to complete 25 letters before that. So then what is step A? Let's achieve that one. What is step B? Let's achieve that one. What is step C? Let's achieve that one. And slowly, day by day, you will see the growth. You will see the change. And if something doesn't happen for you overnight, that doesn't mean that it's not happening. That doesn't mean that the universe and everything that you're doing isn't bringing it closer and bringing it more and into your reality. It means that you're doing the work and you're getting yourself vibrationally ready to have all this stuff. No, why? I'm not sick. Why do you say that? I just really think my glasses are really cool. Why would you think that I'm sick? I really like my glasses. So we would break this down where so this is just how I would, my voice sounds different. Oh, I don't know. I sound more manly today. So I would start breaking down these goals and these things that I want to achieve into smaller steps where you think. So I think what it gets down to is that a lot of us think that we have these limiting beliefs, so we have these blockages, or we have these things that are gonna, unworthiness, or that's gonna stop us getting to reach these goals, right? Whether that's in life, business, health, or financially, family, whatever your goal is. And so we start thinking that like, it's so far away. How am I going to achieve it? It's so big. I'm not worthy. And all these underlying subconscious things start coming out. When if you break it down into smaller things and you start achieving them day by day, whether that's just waking up from like at 5 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock, or waking up an hour before the baby does so you can get an hour of me time in. If that is going from no meditation to 2 minutes of meditation. Hell, I can only get in 2 or 3 minutes of meditation. I'm really learning to sit and be still. So it's not whether you can't achieve something. It's just about tricking your mind and rewiring your mind into thinking that like, oh, this is easy as fuck. I can do this. I can do this every day. I can do these small steps that are going to like get me closer to that like medium-sized goal that will get me closer to that average, that big goal that will get me closer to that massive goal. So when we start thinking like that, then our brain's like, this is easy. I can do this. This is not so hard. And then those things you add in a little bit. Like I used to sleep in until like 10 o'clock in the morning because my daughter sleeps in. She's such a great sleeper. I've been really blessed that she has slept in. She still sleeps in until like 11 or 12. And so I used to sleep in, and then like you're wasting so much time literally because I didn't want to face the day or face my life or face things. But it was down to me changing that. So instead of being like, oh my God, I'm going to jump straight into it, and then I'm going to start waking up at like 5 in the morning. Like, come on, fuck no. Like, that's not going to happen. Then I'm just really going to hate waking up at 5 in the morning. So I started breaking it down to, I'm going to start getting up at 9, and then I'm going to start getting up at 8:30. So once I had the 9 o'clock get up down without complaining and being tired, then I would go to bed, an hour and a half, 2 hours earlier. I would start waking up at 9. And then that was so easy. And my brain was like, oh, we can do this. Let's move it to 8 o'clock. Then I moved it to 8 o'clock, and I moved my sleep time, my bedtime down. So I did it in little increments. Like, instead of just like running out there and being like, I'm going to be waking up at 4 o'clock and I'm going to be going for runs. I'm going to be like fucking healthy and I'm going to do this and this. Like, come on. Like, it got to the point where I was, okay, I don't like getting up. I used to think I'm not a morning person. I don't like this. I don't like that. Like, whatever your excuses are that you tell yourself, like, I don't get up because my baby gets up with me. Like, you've got to find something that's going to be accommodating to you and the child, right? So I moved it to 9 o'clock, then 8 o'clock, then 7, then 6, then 5, and now I get up at like 5:30, maybe 6 if I'm extra tired. But now I get up, and I actually get up, and I'm like, cool. Like, this is easy. But I had to trick my brain into that. I had to trick my brain into thinking like, this is normal, this is easy, I can do it. But if I went from sleeping in till 11 a.m. And miserable, grumpy, negative Nancy, and then tried to like overnight be like, fuck yes, today I'm going to wake up and be positive Patty. I'm going to be getting up at 4 o'clock and I'm going to be eating my greens. I'm going to be a vegan and I ain't going to do shit. Like, no. You're just setting yourself up where you're going to then turn around and be like, this shit doesn't work. You need to start with smaller things, right? So, now when I set goals for myself, I know what my 5-year plan looks like. I visualize that every day. I know exactly where I'll be. I know how much I'm going to be growing and achieving, and what's going to be happening for me personally, what's going to be happening for my family and my business and my life, and like the houses I want to buy, like things like that, right? And so I know that to be able to achieve these things, I have to break it down so that I can achieve them in smaller steps, so that my brain isn't overwhelmed by this massive, like, unachievable thing where I would go into like self-worth, or it would trigger me into thinking that like this shit is too hard or I can't do this. I'd break it all the way down to like, what can I do today that will help me achieve these short-term goals in the next 3 months? So in the next 3 months, I need to be doing this and this that will get me to X, Y, and Z, right? So you start tricking your brain into all these things. And so when, I don't know, I hear a lot of attitude that goes back to like, I do this and I do that and it doesn't work, or, you know, and whatever it may be. And, I don't know what to say to that. I don't know. Like, there is nothing that I can say to anyone watching this that doesn't think that they can achieve this or they can achieve that. It doesn't matter how many times I tell you, and your mom tells you, or your dad, or your friend, or whoever you want to tell this story to, because at the end of the day, it's only and ever has only been you and your mindset that will get you to a place. The only person that has ever been your best friend or your worst enemy is the person that you see in that reflection or in that mirror. And when you start realizing that, and you start realizing like, I'm my best friend and me and my mindset one, and we can achieve anything, then that's where you really start going places. You really start achieving stuff, right? Because you're no longer fighting with yourself. So anyways, so I hope you guys, whoever's still there, I hope you guys have, this resonates with you. And if you are understanding, you know, where I'm coming from or what I'm saying, like, drop me a message. I am going to run inside and get these kids. I thought I'd do a quick live, but I can see my daughter at the window, like, screaming for me. We have amazing stuff happening all the time within our community, and it's such an amazing, soulful place to be up-leveling on just your entire vibration, and that's just not in business, but within yourself. So I am going to be on this afternoon. I'm going to try jump on and do more of an informative live on that. And I hope to see you guys there. So set your goals, people. Set them big, set them high. You guys can achieve anything and all that you put your mind to. And then let's break it down into smaller, achievable goals that will help us reach that massive goal. And you guys have to remember that you're all worth it. You all deserve it, and abundance is there for everybody. This planet is full of abundance for all of us. So I'll catch you guys later. Have an amazing, amazing day, and I'll see you this afternoon. Much love.